What is up, guys, gals, do you awesome means and gamers of different shapes and sizes? It is me, Josh, Proxy, bringing you some Titanfall 2 today on the PlayStation 4, and it's pretty freaking awesome. I have been so in love with it, got so much to say. Check out my emblem on the top left, kind of looks like a minion, right? A very angry one, as if I hadn't feed it its muffin this morning, I'm not too sure. But, Titanfall 2, remember to comment section below, let me know what do you think to Titanfall, why don't you drop a like if you ultimately enjoy this video, and why not subscribe as well for more Titanfall 2 content in the future. But I have just been riding off the campaign, just finished it this morning, and this match literally happened as I finished the campaign. Like, I went straight into the multiplayer, started kicking ass, I was just like fully trained up after that campaign, and I loved it. I loved every single minute of it. It's just so amazing to see Respawn listen to the fanbase. Look at that kill streak! That was awesome. I mean, come on, if anyone else has been able to do that, comment section below, I'd love to know how badass you are in Titanfall. But I've just been having such a fantastic time with this game, and it's so great to see Respawn listening to the fans, the community, on how they could actually improve the game. They've built a game that everybody wanted, and I just say hats off to them. Like, I am over the moon with this product. I was so excited about it anyway, even if it was just multiplayer focused, but they did a great campaign, and by the end of it, I was like over the moon. I am ready for some more. It was kind of like after Killzone 2, or even Killzone 3, I was like, I want more campaign. Like, they did a really good campaign, but they've also done a fantastic multiplayer, as you can see here. We're actually about to spawn my brand new Titan with a little bit of a sucker punch there as well to the enemy pilot. Just so much murdering in this match, and it gets really exciting, really epic. But spawning down one of the brand new Titans in the game, this is Legion, who has a Gatling gun, one of the heavy Titans. Now, one thing to note is that in the original Titanfall, you only had 3 Titans. You had your standard all-arounder, you had Ronin, which was the skinny one that had like a grenade launcher and stuff like that. You could pretty much give any of the Titans any weapon you wanted. Then finally, you had the tank version as well, which is obviously Scorch in Titanfall 2. But what they've actually done in Titanfall 2 is actually have 6 Titans. So you actually have 6 instead of 3, so that is double the amount of Titanage. And they're all pretty freaking awesome. Something that I really, really like, and this is something that I loved about Black Ops 3, is that they've made it so that the pilots and the Titans are now all hero classes, which means that each pilot and each Titan is very unique in their own way. Now, the pilots can actually have any weapon that you choose to let them have, but they all have their own unique ability. But then again, the Titans all have one focused weapon and a bunch of different abilities, with also 4 different interchangeable quad abilities, which is really cool too. Which means that basically you actually have a Titan that can actually fit 4 different roles depending on what you want it to do, which is very deep. I really like that they put so much depth into the abilities of the Titans and of the pilots, because there are so many different pilots to try as well. Like, again, I just love these kind of game design mechanics where it's kind of like League of Legends or Dota, where these are like specific, like personalized but also unique like characters in of themselves. They don't just feel like loadouts. You know, that is one issue that we've always had with Call of Duty or say even Battlefield, is that it felt like you were just playing a loadout and then you're just trying to change between the loadouts. You can actually have loadouts in this game, but again, it's that you pick the pilots within those loadouts too. So it's like you are picking a unique personality, and I really like that. I really appreciate that. Would love to know your opinion in the comment section below. But we are currently murdering as Legion, and cannot get over it. Loving the customization too. As you can tell, I do actually have a pink weapon. You have so many unlockables in this game, and it consists of no microtransactions. They've ended up taking away a season pass as well, so you don't have to worry about any kind of season pass content. All game modes, all weapons, everything will be brand new and free for you to get in the game for free. No additional purchase and stuff like that, which I think is fantastic. I believe they will be bringing out things like skins, so if you do want more skins, like I know there's some pre-order skins that you might miss out on and stuff, you will be able to either purchase them or they will be downloadable for free in the future as well. But for the most part, everything in this game is so chock full of content. Like, there are so many skins for the weapons, for the Titans, for the pilots, that you're going to be busy for quite a while. And the way that they do this is kind of like in Overwatch. Now, you may notice in the front there, we actually do have an enemy Ronin with the sword. There's actually a brand new class in this, which is the sword class. Pretty much a giant buster sword from Final Fantasy, kind of like Cloud Strife, which I thought was kind of cool. Trying to gun it down as best as possible here. You may notice that I'm also using my Gatling gun in a different mode. You have 2 different modes when it comes to the Gatling gun. You actually have long range and close range, so it's kind of cool that you have a tactical, or should I say technical kind of weapon, even though it is just like a spray and pray Gatling gun. What would be the word for that? Technical. It'll be technical. It'll be like tactical but technical. Combined. Technical. Like it. I've coined that. It's mine. Copyright strikes all on your videos if you say it. I'm coming after you. I'm only kidding. But, oh, and you can see it, look, rushing at me here with that massive sword. Loving how it can do, like, an upwards, like, lightning strike on you with, like, a light... I don't know what you class that as, like, a lightning wave or something. Able to take me down once it got really close to me. But, as mentioned, you do actually have two different fire modes. You have a close range and a long range with Legion. And it's just really cool that there is actually that kind of depth in the weapon, too. Like, you actually have those pros of it being a high damage weapon, depending on which range that you fire at. Like, say, if you fire at long range, you zoom in, which means that obviously you can't turn very well because you're kind of focused on what is far away from you. Or if you go close range, it means you can't fire far away from you, or, you know, but you can actually turn lots of, you know, in close combat and things. So loads of kind of like, again, like, planning that you have to make when using these Titans. They aren't just kind of, like, rush in like Call of Duty and kill everything. Obviously, the pilots are very fast-moving, and so you have to, like, run around, shoot and stuff like that, but you have all those abilities, like, with this pilot I'm using, which has a grapple hook. The grapple hook is really awesome, really fun to use, kind of interesting to master, because one thing that it does is it doesn't pull you in a straight line. You actually kind of have to hold X to jump while you're using it. So you may have noticed me slingshot myself through the air while using it, which is kind of cool. We're actually winning at the moment, 266 points, 2-2-3-2. This is actually Attrition, the classic mode. Getting my Titan once more, but kind of regret this launch because you're going to notice that two enemy Titans now spawn in on me right behind me. Oh my goodness, that's a Ronin, and it seems like he's using his sword core. Remember, all the Titans come with a special core, and it seems like there's an enemy pilot on top of me rodeoing as well, taking away my core battery, which actually damages all my health completely. Pwned there. That is not something you want to see in the morning. Definitely not. But you can see, look, completely ganked. Not what you want to experience, but really fun, really awesome. Even if you do get killed, there is this feeling of, I'm going to come back and get you. The game is so balanced that when you make a wrong move, it feels like it's your fault for making that move. And that is just fine game design. You know, that is the game developers really focusing on their game and making sure everything is pinpoint for when it releases for you. And this is something that I've experienced constantly while playing Titanfall 2. I think I played around maybe about 4 to 5 hours on the multiplayer. The campaign itself is around about 5 to 6 hours long. So obviously it's kind of like the length of, say, like a Battlefield or a Call of Duty campaign, which is pretty much expectable of first-person shooters because you don't want first-person shooters to go on for too long. Like, for example, say Metro, which is a very good game, has a fantastic campaign, but felt like it just kind of elongated itself just a little too much at 12 hours, which was a little bit, you know, too much for me personally. Like, I do love that 5 to 6 hour campaign, especially for first-person shooters, because you don't really want to be playing those for too long with a narrative, but still, fantastic story. Really love the relationship between Jack Cooper, the main character you play as, and BT, which was the Titan, and I can't wait for them to make a Titanfall 3. I'm actually really excited to see the future of the story because they leave it on a little bit of a cliffhanger, but not enough for you to think like, oh, you know, like, what happens next? Like, it just kind of like ends in a way that satisfies you, but also kind of makes you lust for more. It's not that I want more out of disappointment, it's that I have more need for, like, the story to see what could happen next. Like, I want just more of it. I just want more. Like, I loved what I got, but I want more. And so I like that, like, where you kind of feel filled, but if you do get more, then can't complain about it. Obviously, they're going to make a Titanfall 3, and so I'm really excited for that when they do, but I can see myself playing this game for months on months, or maybe even years until Titanfall 3 comes out, in probably like 2 to 3 years or something, unless they try and go for more serialized release. I'm not too sure. But, fantastic game, loved every little bit of it. Seems they're actually losing now, the enemy team actually caught up, but I'm doing some serious ass-kicking, so am I carrying my team? I better not be. Hopefully my team's actually helping me out here. But, yeah, fantastic game, loving all the weapons too. They put so many more guns in the game as well. Obviously, in the original Titanfall, there was a little bit of an issue with that. There was only a certain amount of guns that you had in the game, but now they put so many. I was really surprised in the campaign when I was picking up tons of them that, you know, I was like, oh my goodness, there's another gun, there's another gun, there's another gun. It was like, they kept handing you guns, so it's this thing where you have your own playstyle too with the weapons that you actually receive. Trying to shoot this guy who was just ejected from his Titan, but it seems like he has a tiny little bit of smiggle of health left, and was not able to reach him after that reload, ran out of bullets. God damn it, my skills are just sucky. But again, look, with those abilities, using that grapple hook to actually go into the wall and then slide in, or just parkering into a building, everything feels so fluid and smooth. And the main thing, too, is that you feel like a badass while you do it. Now, another thing to mention, too, when it comes to the weapons is about the smart pistol. Obviously, a lot of people hated the smart pistol in the original Titanfall. We're actually caught up now. We're actually 455 to 430, so we've actually taken the lead. Now, can we keep that and get to 500 points and secure that win? We'll find out in a second. But with the smart pistol, what I ended up doing is taking it out as a weapon of a primary use, and now you actually use it as a kill streak. So now it's actually just like a 1 to 2 time use of a kill streak within a match, which I think is kind of cool. You actually gain these kill streaks by, instead of, as I mentioned at the start of the video, like how in Call of Duty you'd have 5, you actually get them through actually building up your Titan meter. As you know, you have to kill people or do objectives and you will gain points for your Titan meter, and that allows you to spawn your Titan. But about 3/4 you actually end up gaining the kill streak ability, which is really awesome. So you can actually use that smart pistol still in the game if you want to. 487 points to 485. It's getting really close here, trying to hold my own against multiple Titans and players. This Gatling gun now in long range mode, covering fire for the win. There's a pile up there that I might be able to pwn. Thankfully I was able to get Kylem 1. Do you think he's actually really into Star Wars? Isn't it? Well, no, it's called Kylo Reese. What was it? What was that called? What was that Star Wars new character called? Kylo Ren. Maybe he was like a massive fan of Kylo or something, but he couldn't get Kylo Ren, so he's called Kylo Lem now. That actually makes sense. But sadly, it seems we have lost at 500 points to 494. That was so close. 6 more points and we would have won that. Still trying to cover the retreat for my team. Can we make it out of dodge? Because as you know, when you lose a match or the enemy team loses a match, they have to get to the dropship to gain some more points for losing. It's just kind of like an epic cinematic moment. As you can see, look, so everyone's rushing to that kind of like, what would you call it, evacuation point, trying to hold off as best they can. We do have an enemy Ronin here trying to rush into Ponas. Can we actually pull him using the power shot, a special ability with the Gatling gun, which is kind of like a railgun attack? We were able to take them down, and now I'm going to try and rush into that dropship as fast as possible before they try and take us down. But remember that they can actually shoot the dropship while you're in it too, which will mean that they kind of get all the kills of the parts. Whoever actually drops that like escape ship actually gains all the kills for destroying it, so you got to be really careful and make sure that you actually clean the area before you escape. But it seems we made it. That was such an epic match. Don't you think that was cool? That was my first match after the campaign. Loved it to death. So freaking epic. We'd love to know your opinion though in the comment section below. 23 kills? I got 23 kills and the one underneath that was 12. Come on, guys. That was awesome though, really fun, really epic. We'd love to know your opinion though. What do you think to Titanfall 2? Are you excited to play? Are you happy that it's on PlayStation 4 now? I am over the moon that it's on PlayStation 4. So cool, so awesome. Remember to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and why not subscribe for more Titanfall 2 videos in the future. But it's been me, Josh, bringing you some Titanfall 2, and I'll see you all next time. God, I can't wait to play more of this game.